Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. Today we're gonna be comparing this versus this. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a difference in size, and it's not just size, it's also the light output. This is a 500 watt light bulb, and this is a 200 watt light bulb. We're gonna be checking how it compares, and as some of you might see in my previous video on the budget lighting kit, I'm gonna put it over here, and you can check that as well if you like. That's the first budget lighting kit that I got before for my YouTube, and I wanted to check it out and give my feedback on how it works. Indeed, it does work pretty good if you're really on a budget, but if you want to spend a little bit more, you can actually get this. And these light bulbs, they sold in a kit of 4 per kit, and they're $80 per kit as well. So you basically spend about $20 extra per light bulb. And today we're going to be comparing if it's worth upgrading to this light bulb. Both of these light bulbs, they use an exact same socket, so you can replace them without having to change your actual light socket. There's actually not too much to talk about these light bulbs. They're both kind of looking exactly the same. The only difference is the size and the light output. For the light output, we will do a couple tests and see how they work. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the testing. Let's go. Okay guys, this is how it looks with only one light bulb, 200 watt. But as you can see, I'm getting pretty dark image on the camera, and right now I'm shooting at 200 ISO, 4.0 aperture, 1/50 shutter speed, and these are the settings that I mainly would like to use to get a pretty good image quality. I don't want to go with too high of ISO because it can give you a lot of grain, and if you're using a lens that's just like a kit lens from your budget DSLR camera, then it usually would have about 4.0 aperture. Unless you buy a much faster lens, like let's say 1.8 or even 1.4, then you're gonna have to bump your ISO about 800 or even more. So yeah, this is pretty dark. So let's go ahead and turn on the other light. Okay, so right now we're having two lights, 200 watt each, so that's total output of 400 watt. And as you can see, like, it's still pretty dark, but let's go ahead and compare it with the 500 watt light bulbs, see how they're gonna compare and see how they work. Alright, so this is how it looks with only light bulb, 500 watt. This is a CFL bulb, and we have the same camera settings, 400 ISO, 1/50 shutter speed, and 4.0 aperture. And this is only one. Now let's go ahead and try with two of them. Okay, so now I got two light bulbs. I'm basically trying to face them about 45 degree, like 30 to maybe like 60 degree to the side. And yeah, this is how it looks with two 500 watt light bulbs. I have two umbrellas, they're on the same height. I can already tell it looks brighter than before, but it's still kind of on the dark side, so maybe we should go ahead and bump up that ISO a little bit and see how it looks. So right now I have my ISO set at 800 and my aperture is 4.0 and my shutter speed at 1/50. You can see that it looks a lot better right now versus the 200 watt light bulbs. I can tell that it's much better, and you can actually get away with 800 ISO on this camera, and it does work. It's not perfect. This is like the really low budget solution for lighting. It works quite good, you know. If you're doing some YouTube videos, then it does work pretty good, so it does its job. There's other more expensive and better solutions, but so far I can say you don't have as high ISO with these light bulbs as you have to go with the 200 watt versions. So yeah, this one works really decent, you know. I do think it's worth to upgrade if you have that cheap budget lighting kit that only has like a 200 watt light bulbs. You would probably like this 500 watt. They're not gonna make a huge difference. It's not like it's gonna be a perfect lighting, but it does work better, as you can see when we compare it side by side. It's a little bit pricey. It pretty much costs as much as your whole budget lighting kit, but it's still pretty cheap, and you can upgrade your lighting if you are on a budget and if you want to save some money. I find this is a really good deal until you're ready to upgrade to like more higher budget level lighting. And the next lighting we're going to be testing is going to be called Godox SL60W, and that's an LED lighting. So it's going to require a light itself, plus it's going to require a softbox and an extra stand because it's going to be much heavier than this non-expensive umbrella lightings. So stay tuned for that. Next video we're going to be comparing the 200 watt version, 500 watt version light bulbs versus Godot's SL60W and see which one you want to go for. See how it compares on different budgets, and if you have a little bit more to spend, then you can go ahead and probably get a more expensive one. But we're gonna see if it's really worth it, if it's gonna make a difference to go for more expensive lighting. So yeah, stay tuned. And if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below. Smash that like button if you like this video. Take a second to click that subscribe button. This will help me a lot to grow my channel. Thank you very much guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Bye bye.